Hello everyone and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 20 Tier 1. It seems like it's been quite a long time since we did, since STB came to your screens. It's been very long, been a very long time, but we're back here for round 5 of the championship. Very mediocre circuit for round 5, but we're here at the Japanese Grand Prix. I'm joined once again by TRT Mafio. Hello. Hello. Can you, do what you need to do because I'm in the middle of something?
Yeah, I am here.
4th of May, okay?
So,
For your room.
no, I've just gone quiet.
Whatever.
That's lovely.
Tuesday to Wednesday.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you. I'm in the middle of something, so please can you...
Here we are on the circuit. This is the circuit here. I don't actually know where in Japan it is. Always a difficult track. Always a difficult track to get right with all the curbs.
Can you hear me now? Sorry,
corners. Yes.
Yeah, so obviously, you were talking about curbs. Yeah, obviously you need a good setup around this track, Matt. Obviously, it's very easy to spin off the curves. A little bit like... I'm trying to think of a track. A bit like... I don't know, I can't think of a circuit with the auto-spin curves. Spain. Spain turn 2, there you go, just like last week. We're talking of Spain, Matt, Varane. We're right on board with him now as he starts his lap. He actually won the Spanish Grand Prix last time out. That's really put him back in the championship hunt. What did you make of Varane's race? It was a very clean one last week in Barcelona.
Yeah, I mean, penalties definitely came into play for that race, especially all these safety cars coming towards the end. It's always good to keep your car clean, especially because there's late safety cars. Sometimes it's better to look at. I've said this multiple times already, and I'll say again. Sometimes it's just better to sacrifice a couple of tenths and not get a warning, then try and get a warning, then do it 3 times and get a penalty for it.
And Varane is about that his lap. Great start there. Driver that is returning to the league tonight, Matt, is KTF Sierrat, all the way from Brazil. You know how much I love my Brasileiros. Yeah, enough of the favouritism. Sierrat is back, obviously a top tier 1 driver, obviously raced in T2 on F1 2020, but this year he's definitely a good little tier 1 reserve, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. But yeah, I mean, MK at the moment, P1, Matt, and it's Semi-K and SK, so something we're used to from last season.
Yeah.
So right then, 8 attempts up, let's ride on board with the Brazilian. I know you're busy at the moment, so I'll let you do what you need to do and then we'll get on with the race.
Yeah,
so right then, coming round the final chicane, really utilises that curb. Going to come around the final corner now. And it's going to be a 29.1, that's P8 for him. So currently, Enki is on pole position currently for the Japanese Grand Prix. It's very weird, Matt, having Japan as round 5. I always, put it in, with the likes of just after Monza, with the Singapore and the America sort of rounds. But we're actually, this is a very weird placement for Japan. But Semi-K then, didn't have a good race yesterday in Bahrain. Sem is called the Verstappen of STB, so it was not a good race for him yesterday. SKP3, Ermine P4. Ermine is a good result as he stopped in the middle of the circuit there to try and let the Alpha Tauri through of Sierra. That wouldn't have done him very well. But yeah, Matt, we're just waiting for the drivers to come out, do their laps, do what they need to do. Dan is actually 4 seconds down. Oh, he's not going out there. Very good little lap there. Varane is 4 attempts up then, so let's keep on with the Frenchman, the winner from Spain. Matt's drinking a lovely drink there. That's lovely stuff. Coming through the chicane then. Really got to execute the curbs. Let's see, Matt, where Varane is going to put himself on that leaderboards. It's going to be a 28.8. That's only P8 though. Well, spaced out for Tier 1.
Yeah, I think it's one of those tracks where...
And Bram has crashed out of the Japanese Grand Prix qualifying. Oh no, that's a disaster. Bram has crashed out of qualifying.
Still got front wing on.
Another lap.
Yeah,
he's 15 at the moment.
He's probably just got just enough time to come back into bits again and slap on those set tyres and maybe a new front wing if he needs it. I mean, his front wing looks intact from the off-board, but it doesn't look like it for sure. Oh, he's got banking end plate, so yeah.
Yeah, he needs to hurry up then, because
If it was Lewis Hamilton in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, he'd be sending fast laps right
now. Well,
welcome to F1 2021.
Get back into the pit lane and put a fresh set of boots on.
Yeah, you will have time. He'll be in the pit spot for 50 seconds.
Japan is one of his.
It does bite you. I'm sure you like to be. I'm sure like you a bit of a thing for being bitten madly. But yeah.
Well, I think Brown will be picking up a 5 second time penalty. He's just cut across the chicane there. I don't know if you've seen that, Matt, but
no, I shuffled across.
Yeah.
I mean,
cut across the chicane.
It sort of depends if you had the bloody front downforce to do so. I'm not sure how I didn't see it. So sometimes it's quite easy to underestimate how little downforce you have just with the broken end plate.
Well, I'll say, but that is obviously not good. But anyway,
Raptors on a lap on the same mediums.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on him.
Oh no, he isn't.
And he's.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's not lost. I don't know how he's not lost his wheel there.
It's more of a slide across the barriers and a full-on direct impact to the wall. Most of the energy got dissipated over the course of the barrier. So
that is a disaster then for the American.
Yeah, he's always said lap in, but obviously he's going to home for a better lap than that. But yeah, he's got that's it now for his qualifying session. He's going to have time to set another lap on the side of softs. If he did, he had to be in the pit lane about an hour-ish, but he's only going through spoon with no front wing.
Well, anyway, MK,
yeah.
Oh no, and he's.
Yeah, that's another one out.
That
was a massive
crash. Sorry, I was really. That didn't go well. Like I was so.
Yeah, that curb is deadly. It's really deadly. People are going to be running the setups, having setups as much as possible. It's one of those tracks where you want it as much rotation through those high-speed corners as possible, but at the same time, you want to have that solid rear end. So you need to make a sacrifice.
Matt, how long have you got left on your screen? Because Bram's just came out and I've got 50 seconds left on the clock.
I've got 1 minute 40.
Okay. So yeah, I've got the glitch then. Right then, Ermine, he's been able to navigate through that quite well. Let's see if he's going to go quicker in the first sector. Yes, he's 10th up. I do hate watching qualifying, Matt. I prefer drivers going side by side and hitting into each other.
DJ Darnley's on a lap, coming through the first sector. And he's missed the apex. Nah, he's screwed his lap up already.
Matt, if you could just quickly have a look at the stream, see if it's working. I know we had a few issues last week, so I'm just sceptical of that. Ermine on the curb there. Raptor's gonna best position going to be P11.
Kai's coming through the second sector and towards the hairpin. It is Kaid, isn't it?
Yeah, K80. Ermine 2 temps up. He's on par with MK. Really got a tap the inside curb. Is it going to be pole position for the Japanese Grand Prix? No, it's only P3 for the Finn. SK's invalidated his lap. The player's going to start one now. Joban's going to start one, I think.
Stream's all good.
Varane is going to start a lap as well, so watch out for him. But a driver I really want to watch out for is Bram Nilsson. He's on a set of mediums and he's ready.
There's 10 seconds left of the session, so we need to get out quickly if we need to come through that triangle section. I'm not sure whether has, to be honest, if he's trying to start a lap. If it is the Haas, SK's not going to make it. I think he was on a lap anyway, and I think he's just backed out.
Ultra's four attempts up in the first sector. Really struggling with the front lock-in. Bosse is up on his lap as well.
I am currently on board with the player going for the first sector. He's got a Ferrari ahead of him. Not sure whether he's in a lap or not. Probably is, because they were quite grouped up coming to start their laps. As high as the 10th down. So nothing special for the Finn.
It's actually great having 2 finished drivers this season.
Yeah. Well,
Decent effort from Danny there, P9. I think the player, Matt, deserves some luck. And STB Semike, talking of luck.
the player's gone wide at spoon, but he's got away with it. And nobody can go wide at spoon and get away with it, yeah.
Yeah, Sem has got pole position at the moment. Is the player going to cause an upset in the challenge? He's down on his lap. It's got to be a perfect chicane. If he wants to try and maybe get ahead of SK.
It's not looking good for the player. Not looking good. Very poor. Yeah, it slips into the pits.
Yeah, he's in the box.
Yeah, it's a bit messy. Ram gets into P10 on 7 mediums. 15,000 off Boze.
He might as well just PP11 to be fair. But yeah, guys, that is your qualifying then for Japan. Very mediocre. I'm feeling a bit out of place here tonight in terms of... obviously, it's round 5 and we're at Japan and it feels a bit weird. But STV Semike is your pole sitter, Matt. I think the podium at Spain has definitely gave him a lot of confidence going into this weekend or this race. Great qualifying there from the Dutchman.
Yeah, it's always nice to get a pole position, especially on a track like Japan. Always very difficult to get to, and obviously track position is quite crucial around here. So we'll see how that plays out. Strategy, I don't actually remember. I think it is soft. I think you stop onto the mediums around that around that 12. I think it is. That 10, that 12.
Had to look at something. But anyway, yeah, we'll see about the strategy. Matt takes for the grid.
Yeah, we have STB Semike on pole position here for the Japanese Grand Prix. And in second place alongside him, we've got MK, just under 10th down, and in third place, we've got BRS Ermine, SK in 4th, the player in 5th, Varane in 6th, Johan in 7th, Rev Caterpillar in 8th, Brandon Bose in 9th, Brandon in 10th, DJ Jen in 11th, Surat the 12th, Sprapta 13th, Keed 14th, Ultra 15th, and 16th is Mac. Just managed to get that out of the way.
Thank you. We made us some in, so thank you. Sorry there, Matt. Just had to do something. So, yes, as he said, Sem takes pole position at the Japanese Grand Prix. Second is MK. That's going to be a good little battle there. Ermine, SK, the player. So 3 drivers that we've definitely been used to from the last season battling. Varane, another decent qualifying. Varane's been very consistent so far this season, Matt.
Yep, we saw that from SK last season. Consistency is key. Words from George Russell.
SK, talking of SK, he needs a really good result here in Japan. He's had a shocking start to this. It's been diabolical. It's probably been one of the worst starts to a season a reigning champion's had in STB. It's been absolutely shocking from SK. I would say probably not as bad as Bram's championship challenge last season, but yeah, we better stop shading Matt, because that's not good. Anyway, hopefully there's no glitches. Hopefully this is the countdown. Yes, it is. So going on to the formation lap now. A drive which out position I would say is Rev Caterpillar. Not a good qualifying for me. Obviously crashed out in qualifying. Matt, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for this race. I'm here for it, front row seat. I think it's going to be a great little spectacle. Slightly smaller lobby tonight, 16 drivers. There shouldn't be too much problems down into turn 1. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, front row seat. I'm going to say it. I'm injecting it. I'm injecting it into my veins. I'm here for it.
Yep.
So, Matt, obviously, heavy fuel is a lot different than qualifying. What can we expect from heavy fuel? Do you think the driver's going to be struggling in the first stint at all?
Well, obviously, heavy fuel is heavy fuel, which increases the weight in general. But obviously, it's a 50% race, so it's still only carrying about half a tank of fuel, if you think about it. So, it's obviously not that heavy, but it's obviously still something to think about, especially on those harder tyres. Going to take a little more.
Mac has opted for those mediums.
Yeah.
Same with Kayede, and Surratt is on them as well. DJ Danny is the first driver to choose the tyres. Bram's going to be scared alongside DJ Danny. He's going to be scared.
I think everyone should, to be honest. It's DJ Danny at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I think you would think the alternate strategy would be quicker around here. Like I say, I think the softs will probably do about 10, 11 laps. I think to do the mediums, I think you have to go back to lap 12 on the softs, then go on to mediums at lap 11 or lap 12ish on the mediums. I think I can remember. Yeah, I had a track thing come up and it said lap 9 to lap 11 onto say hard, so I presume it's about lap 10, lap 11 for certain mediums. But,
yeah, you also, Matt, have to think about safety cars as well. If there's any collisions.
If
tier 1,
yeah.
so...
I mean, it could play. It depends when it happens, but it could play into either's hands. And I think somebody just. I think Danny just got hit by Surratt. He did. I was on board with Danny, and he just got.
Right,
he just got whacked back to the Surratt. But yeah, I mean, it depends when the safety car comes out. If the safety car comes out around lap 15, 14, that's heaven for these medium runners.
Matt, who's going to win the Japanese Grand Prix? Because I've got a prediction.
I'm going for MK.
I'm going to go for...
I got to think Air Mine's going to have some sort of collision at some point.
You know what? I'm going to go for Sem. It's 2 lines, it's 3 lines, it's 4 lines, it's 5 lines at the Honda Japanese Grand Prix for season 20 Tier 1. Right, stand away they go. Great execution there from Sem. Irvine gets off to a decent start. He's going to be under pressure though from that.
He's going to start by SK.
Spinner down at the back. And Bram is out of the Japanese Grand Prix.
Oh, it's Alfa Romeo round. That's Cade. Also round. Bram's got no front wing.
Side by side, is there a safety car?
No, not us right now. Green flags.
Oh, okay, there was a yellow flag. Bosse and Danny going side by side in the first sector. Be careful, Bosse. Danny's got a reputation. And Bosse all around the outside there. That's a great move from the Italian. He's got himself up into P9, and the both of Mercedes going very line of stern through the first sector.
Having a bit of knocking through Dunlop. Don't want to be doing too much of that.
Good start there from Matt, trying to get the move done on Raptor as they come through the Degners. But very good start there from Semi-K. Ultra will follow closely. And now you've got the 2 Mercedes battling. That's DJ Danny and Raptor.
Oh, Raptor! Oh, he's round! Ultra hit him! Oh, and that's not good.
Yeah, that was.
And now for Mary's lost his front wing.
Yeah, that was not.
It was just a bit messy. That was.
Drove into each. Yeah, they just drove into each other. There was nothing.
I think one just got spun round, and obviously the other one has just created a chain reaction. It's difficult to dodge, especially with the ghosting system in this game. It can be a bit funny. And there's Bramnison trundling around in the front wing.
Bram is going to be fuming.
It's going to have to be another set of mediums for him.
Surratt is going to be fuming. Ultra, I think, also lost a part of his front wing, or he may have got away with it. We'll find out through 130R. I
just don't know how he crashed before you even get to turn 1. I was buzzing my brain, to be honest. It's never happened to me.
Yeah, that reminded me. Was it Petrov that crashed 2010?
I don't know. I was getting Bahrain earlier this season. Flashbacks in Tier 3.
Oh, don't get me started.
It was a collision before, obviously yours. There was a collision earlier on.
yeah. There was a collision. Yes, there was, Matt. You're right there. Anyway, talking of being right, SK is right in.
Danny's under fire here by Matt here. Side by side into. Sorry, man, to cut you off, but he's side by side and he's backed off, which is the clever thing to do, especially when you're alongside DJ Danny going to the Degnum one.
I mean, Danny's not a dirty driver. He's just very aggressive, so people think he's dirty.
Yeah, but it can cause him to do dirty things. So.
Well.
This is onto a set of hards. Maybe he's had no set of mediums left. I don't know.
What happened to him? He's just come out of the pits now, and Sam's nearly coming to. Bram's had it.
That's the front wing. He had no front wing from before he went turn 1.
That is.
It costs you 30 seconds just having no front wing. So.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
Right, I haven't actually enabled the lap data or telemetry, so that would really help.
Yeah, Semi-K unable to pull away. It's just going to be one massive DRS train with only one DRS zone.
Matt looks to be a bit squirmish on the exit of the final corner.
Hands going to look a bit close So Rev
These
here.
drivers all been waiting for the DRS. You got Semike, MK, SK, Ermine, Varane, the player, Rev Caterpillar, Johan. Top 8 all in a DRS train here, Bram. Is in P16, but Matt, yeah, top 8 are in a DRS train. So I'm here for this front row seat, mate. It's going to be a great little race. This.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see how it goes on. There's people going wide.
Max going very, very fast compared to Danny through the first sector. Really got to try and get the Mercedes as quickly as possible. And Danny goes very deep. He's making mistakes left, right, centre.
Maybe it's just a different line. It can be used different lines for the hairpin. You can take your tyres in line, a tight apex line. Yeah, well, he's on the medium, so don't forget that. It's going to be theoretically half a second start.
Sorry, is there only one? There's only one DRS straight, is it now?
Yeah, just down to turn 1.
Oh, okay.
Well,
there's
MP
no real. Might be getting this move done. Here we go, side by side into the chicane for MP.
There's yellow flags. Bram Lerson's round.
There's a yellow flag. Yeah.
Bram Lerson.
Bloody hell, Bram. What's going on with you?
It's not the first one who said this, but it's Bram Spinnerlin. Spinnerson.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Spinnerson. That sounds better. Spinnerson. That sounds banging. Anyway. Oh, action going on here. Max down to P12. So something's gone on there. Max really struggling to get past the Mercedes here, Matt.
Yeah, MK's trying to use different lines to avoid a dirty air.
I'm wondering, Matt, whether there was some sort of contact between Mac and Danny, because I swear Mac was literally like right behind Danny.
Possibly, maybe Mac had his own little mistake. But we don't know. And Johan's got a penalty.
Great stuff, well done, Johan. Well done, I'm really proud of you.
Did you just get that underneath the bridge?
I don't know. Anyway, MK's really looking feisty here in Japan. I'm here for this because Semi-Ken is a good result. Then you got SK behind. Ermine's going to get involved. Varane is going to be close to behind as well. You got the player. You got Red Caterpillar. All these drivers, Matt. I keep calling him Brown. Are all going to get involved in this.
Yep.
This could well be the move, Matt. For P1.
So K's keeping his DRS in a good nick. So if he's got it if he needs it. DRS is quite powerful down the straight, to be honest.
He has a very good exit as well, doesn't he, out the final chicane. It's going to be empty. Is he going to go for this move around the outside? He's good on the inside. That's an audacious move there. That was very, very dangerous. And he can't get the move done. He's still in P2. But Sem has a great launch out of that final chicane, out of that final corner.
But then it just shows how that powerful that DRS is down that straight. It is very powerful getting us down that straight for some reason. Quite a few times I've
Sem's made a mistake, he's off the circuit!
And he's round!
He span! Oh no, Sem has span out of Japanese Grand Prix, that's a disaster! You have to let all these drivers through. Max going to try and get the move done on Raptor, still behind the Mercedes, but Sem is out of contention now. He has
calling the spinning Dutchman.
He's fucked it. Sorry for the language, but
we've got the spinning. We've got the spinning Dutchmans right now. As
Sem's tyres are going to be
hot and full of gravel. So his tyres going to be a little bit B-Tech now for the rest of the stint.
He's going to be struggling as well with his traction as well.
Yeah, he's going to have to cope for now. He's got 2 long straights, so it won't be too bad. Cool down by the time he gets to the third sector. But it's made MK's life a lot easier now. But also at the same time, it made MK's life a lot easier, but also a lot harder now. Because now going to defend from SK, and he's got no DRS to protect himself with.
Yes.
MK's the first half of the race.
SK's now going to gain down the straight. Bosse's in the pit lanes. He's going for that undercut move. See what tyres he's going to go on.
So that's hard. It's better mediums. I don't think those tyres are going to get to the end, to be honest. That's a very early stop.
Mediums.
Even the hards would struggle to do that, to be honest.
Right, Sem's through on KO there, so he's up in the P11. Next up is Raptor, but he's really not had. That's really a disaster there for Sem. I kind of feel sorry for him. He was leading. He was in full command. You know, he was under pressure, but he had it. He had it. You know, he had it.
Yeah, it's just one of those corners. We saw, what, 3 or 4 people spin out there in qualifying? It's just one of those corners. Dominic actually 2 tenths up on his personal best, so...
Yeah, it's so unfortunate there for Sem. I was rooting for him as well, you know.
Yeah, I've gone for MK, and so far, it's working out nicely.
Who did I go for?
Semike.
Anyway, SK then in the slipstream. Here we go.
Yeah, MK's using a little bit of overtake. A bit more, he's down to 30%, used a little bit. K's got a penalty.
Oh, SK's getting very close to his fellow countryman.
Not really tricky one to be corner cutting it. He's Danny's getting Mac is back behind Danny again.
Oh no. Here we go in the slipstream, DRS, overtake mode. This has to be the move for PSR Mac. Down to turn 1. Watch out, Mac, because you've not raced Danny so far.
Oh, Danny's round! Oh! He hit the curb and that was it. It's, yeah. Yeah. And then there was he had his own spin. Then that little tap from the Alpine. Obviously, the Alpine can't be doing much without it. Mac, and obviously Danny then got tangled with him. And then he's just carried the car going round. Yeah, not going well for those 3. And their little party there.
It's not going well for anyone, is it?
It's not going very well for the STB admin team. Oh, Mac round. And then he's got back past him again. I don't know, but Max spun. It's a very weird place to spin, to be honest. Underneath the bridge, he's got gravel in his tyres, so I think he might have had a little, maybe outbroke himself or something. I don't know.
Very bizarre. I swear he weren't near anyone either.
I don't know.
Maybe Raptor, but I don't know. Very weird. Anyway, MK leads the Japanese Grand Prix. 7 tenths is the gap to SK. Through the chicane. I don't know what it is, but the chicane is giving me... I don't know, it just seems like the guy in front, the guy in the lead, has a lot... Oh, what's going on?
Maybe it's just dirty, yeah.
Varane span! What's happened here, Varane span? As I was saying, the leader, so MK, is just getting better exits out of the
maybe it's some, maybe it's today, yeah, maybe it's just he's just able to take a better line. I don't know. He's either spun it or he's hit the grass or something and he's gone round. Because sometimes you can run wide onto the grass and it spins you. I don't know. It's a strange one to do, pace.
Unless 2 of the top 8 now, which are in the battle, that have both spanned. So this track really is not for the faint-hearted, Matt.
Yeah, can't wait for the Tier 3 race. Anyway.
Are you trying to shade me there, Matt? Are you trying to shade me there?
No, it was just as a whole.
Oh yeah, well let's be fair, I've had a pretty average season since my Bahrain win, so let's just go there, right? I've had a very average season, so let's not. Anyway, SK then is going to be in a slipstream of MK, no faffing around now.
I guess he's behind Danny.
No more, Matt. Oh no. Not again.
Whatever happens, they're still within each other. I swear I'd do this on purpose or something.
Here we go.
Max
here we go. The slipstream. Oh no.
He's not using his 8th gear. He's holding 7th. Oh, he's touchy.
Gonna push him. Danny goes very defensive. Max gonna have the. Oh.
Max got left ERS, but the ERS is powerful.
Here we go in the slipstream. PSR Mac, Danny goes to the inside line. It's a carbon copy move of the last lap.
This time Danny has not spun.
Minute.
Yeah, he used the curb, but he's got away with it.
Oh no,
that's how I'm saying to turn 3. Oh,
they're gonna spin.
They're pushing.
Danny's gone side by side in 2 corners. What's going on?
Oh, they're going to push at some point.
DJ,
oh, he's pushing off. Oh, Danny's holding it. Oh, it's amazing. Oh my god. Oh, that was unbelievable. What was this?
sorry, hold the phone. That is going in the season. That is going in the season 20 montage
Danny
of
didn't
most
hit
surprising.
him.
That's going in the season 20 montage. That's going in the season 20 montage, Matt, of most surprising moments. Danny went the whole first sector side by side without hitting Mac. I'm here for it.
And
Exactly,
Danny's slow again. So
I'm here for it. Honestly, I'm here for it. Front row. Anyway, SK's got the gap down to 4 tenths now. Those tyres will be going off.
yeah.
This was the optimum prop. This was the best time for Mac and Danny to use.
I wonder if that's the hard.
In the box.
I wonder if that's the hard tyre. I don't know.
MK's in, Ermine's in, the players in, Rev's in,
Mediums,
is staying out.
Mediums. Looks like I can get this tyre at the end.
Is that Danny? Danny Span.
Are you sure?
Danny has Span. What's happened there? Yeah, Danny. Danny Spam.
Oh yes, he's
MK's in the box.
Mac, innit?
This has been quite a little. I say it's been boring, Matt. Obviously,
Yeah.
For me
10
personally,
occasions
it's
are
good that
hard.
this race is.
He doesn't think
not sure
there's.
about
Yeah, it's quite. They are
But,
quite. They are quite early piss off, especially them to go. I expect to go to lap 11.
As I was saying, because of personal reasons, it's good that there's not been much action or no safety cars in this race. So that's good.
Yeah.
But it's not good for
Well,
us.
a race normally is about 40 minutes, isn't it? So.
What's
So
the
it's
time
out.
now?
He's retired in the pit lane. That's
I'll
his race
go
open.
start.
He's retired. He's in the pit lane, so there won't be any safety cars. Well, shouldn't be.
Yeah, we to those of you viewers, I've got a personal thing to get to after the race, unfortunately. So we are going to be wrapping things up very quickly here tonight. But it has been a good little race so far. 15 drivers do remain.
Yeah. Well, we've still got.
About that.
We've got 33 minutes until 8:30, and we've only got 17 laps left. That's looking pretty good so far.
Inject it. I mean,
Should have done about
obviously.
25 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah, flags.
SK's in. Johan's in. Sector 1 yellow flag, and that is the beautiful.
This is the AlphaTauri. I should say it's car retiring. It's just
Right,
it's weird.
Johan's in, SK's in, Raptor's in. Mac leads the Japanese Grand Prix.
Oh,
Let's
there's
look,
mediums.
Emke, let's see where he is. Emke and Ermine. Ermine's in the slipstream of Emke. It's going to be free wide into turn 1. And Ermine's going to go all around the outside of turn 1. He's going to get hit onto the curb there by Emke. Ermine, what a move there. That could have been from the AlphaTauri. But it is P4 and 5 for them. And oh no, Danny's ahead. Anyway,
It's just a sudden stop.
Ermine P5 there.
Emke's getting about
Piece of
20
racing.
miles an hour faster through these corners, so yeah.
I think Ermine's pooing himself. See, he's a bit like me, pooing himself on every curve, and now Danny's going to really slow Emke down here. This is good for us spectators, though, Matt.
Yeah,
This is why Danny is
it's good for the two
vital.
sides. It's good for the people ahead of Danny as well. Obviously, also doing the alternate strategy, but they haven't had massive spins. So
It's good for us as well, because when these box, it's going to be a lot closer. You know, the DRS and stuff, the DRS train.
Yeah, we've got the player
hope
right
there's
behind them as well. So players also in this.
Let's just hope there's no unnecessary collisions or unnecessary contact.
Well, with Danny in front, he has to keep on
You
mind
say
open.
that though, Matt, but he went side by side with Matt for the first sector, so.
It's at one time in 5
anyway,
years.
Emke's in the slipstream. Here we go. He knows
He's up
this is a crucial
inside.
move.
Oh! And SK's through. SK's through. Oh.
I ain't
don't
got
say
no
I've got high
words.
pitched.
Like, seriously, what is going on?
MK's made a mistake in the Ermine's through. On Ermine, MK, sorry.
Who was it? Was it Ermine as SK gets the move done? But was it Ermine going for the move? Or was it MK going for the move? It was MK, right?
It was MK going up to Danny.
Yeah, he's going
And now MK has just gained 3 places in the space of about 20 seconds.
He's going to be livid. He's going to be absolutely fuming.
Yeah, flags. And K's round.
Okay, add his round.
Turn number 5. Quite an easy corner to just get on the curb and spin it there.
Right. Ermine needs to get past Danny.
Johan's got his second penalty.
This is really not helping Ermine. Ermine's got some... I don't know.
MK's now having to defend. Oh, sorry, they're trying to attack Ermine and Ermine defends. SK's just gone. He's just gone. He's already got over a 2-second gap on the Ermine already.
This has been perfect for SK.
Ermine's struggling to keep up with Danny right now. Ermine's struggling.
Yeah, Ermine was struggling even before Danny was in the equation. He was really struggling with those medium compound tyres. The player's going to get involved as well.
MK's seeing that flashing light in the back of that Alpha Tauri. He's going to make a move.
Oh, and MK's going to go for them. No. Don't get me hyped, TR1. Don't get me hyped. This has been an absolute disaster for Ermine. He's going to be stuck behind Danny for the whole first sector as well now. The play out pushing MK through the first corner there. Oh, watch that front wing. Johan's picked up a lot of penalties tonight.
Yeah, he's picked up 2 already. Not really want to track how we're doing it, to be honest.
Yeah, he said that at Spain as well.
One of those tracks where you can, it's really quite easy to avoid them, but if it's quite easy to start abusing them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a rebel
Sector one,
round.
yellow flag.
K
Is that
on his hard tires. He's lost his front
again?
wing. He's lost his whole front wing, and that's two Dutchmen now that have had missing front wings this race.
Was that him on his own, or was that?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just saw him round. It could be. I've seen that happen before.
That's a disaster. Anyway, we've got some good little action going on, and we've got Rev Caterpillar. I think he's
Max got a penalty, so that's good news for Danny.
Yeah, we've missed that. Rev got the move done on the player, and now he's going to try and get the move done on MK, but Ermine is now catching up to Danny, but the gap is 3 seconds now.
Yeah, this is exactly in my trap position. Exactly what I mean by trap position. And there's a Ferrari round, that's Bosse.
Bosse. Yeah, Bosse spam.
So yeah, spoon. This is what exactly I mean by trap position, Melody. As I said, trap position is absolute key around here.
Ermine's in the slipstream there. This is going to be dangerous for the Finn, but this has to be the move for P3 at the moment into turn 1.
Oh, and the Alpha Romeo just steams through. No prisoners.
Yeah, he would have been.
No, Rev Caterpillar. Oh, and Danny round.
And Danny tried.
He got on the curb there and clumsy by.
Did he try to overtake?
No, he got on the curb and he just spun him round.
Oh. Right, well, Ermine's going to be fuming. MK was definitely fuming in that cockpit.
You can't have taken turn 3.
Matt, that was obvious. MK was livid. Did you see how he tried to get past? He was absolutely fuming.
Yeah, he's not happy right now.
Yeah.
Keeps struggling, and he's getting. And Bev Casper is looking to make a move. You've got Player and Johan sniffing each other's diffusers. As they all shuffle along through Spoon, as they all snake through, enjoying that dirty air.
I love that. You gotta love the dirty air. I love it. Anyway. Just waiting for a move to get done. Red Caterpillar's going to come through. Here we go. The Aston Martin's going to have a look. There's Varane. Oh, Varane's at the back to expand. Yeah. Oh, let's have a look down the straight then. Here we go.
Right, MK's got DRS himself, so no move's going to be done.
MK's going to be livid. Absolutely fuming from what happened with DJ Danny. He would have been.
Yeah.
He's going to be livid.
5 seconds to SK now. And SK's got younger tyres out of all of them. So
Mac might be on for something, you know. I don't rule out Mac because he has.
He's got a penalty and he still gets a pit. So.
I mean, I don't know, but what I mean is obviously.
Safety car.
Danny made the gap a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But we'll see. He obviously won't be in the battle, but he can
yeah,
still
Thomas Max spun himself out a few times himself, so it hasn't really helped. Gap shouldn't really be that small. It should be a bit bigger than that if it didn't have any spins.
Yeah, well, not everything can be big, ain't it? MKP4 then. He's gonna.
Danny's then
needs to get this move done. He needs to let. No, what I'm saying, sorry. MK needs to get the move done on Ermine. I don't know how they're going to catch 6 seconds. I don't know how that's going to be possible, but it's just really unfortunate. I think Danny definitely has played his hand in this race.
Yeah, it might just lost a second.
Decided. Yeah, but then again, also Ermine isn't.
Yeah, flags. That's Brown Nelson's out. Under the bridge, and there's a safety car. Talk about safety car. Mac's got a free pit stop now. So Mac is going to be. He'll probably slide in nicely behind, probably in front of the Mercedes drivers. Danny just missed out there. Cade's making an opportunity to set up super deeper soft tyres.
Yeah.
We want some hot, sticky rubber.
Right then. I don't actually know what's going to happen now. Mac's obviously going to box. This is going to help him a lot.
So McKay's going to love this.
You did say that if the safety car comes out around this time, it's going to be great for the people that started on mediums, and it's going to be perfect for Mac.
Yeah, and Danny,
Mac
Mac
has got a penalty.
And Sammy K as well. Sammy K is going to come back from this, so you might be able to claw some points maybe. If he can try and make some overtaking moves. Sammy K's in the pits. Yeah. Just put on a set of mediums, but he's now going to take the opportunity to set of softs now. I don't know if his lead's in the pit or not. I think SK should. He's got the gap to the other drivers, to the Mercedes drivers. Max in the pits. SK's in the pits. Mine's in the pits. MK's in the pits. Rev Catalyst in the pits. The Bear's in the pits. Joe Han's in the pits. The Raptor. Supply Raptor also in the pits. Danny in the pits. Ferran in the pits. And Kai's already pitted and Ultra's already pitted. So
you do like the word pits, don't you, Matt?
And Sammy K's gone on another set of mediums. Why is it so slow? This is all a Delta. There you go. Now the first place caught up, Delta goes. I don't know if Sammy K's just doing it. He doesn't wear out the softs when he's trying to catch up.
Is he on? Well, he needs to hurry up because the safety car is only going to be out for.
I did the race in Singapore yesterday. I came from like 3/4 of the way back in Singapore to catch back up in 2 laps. So I did the pit stop. He would catch up at the end of this lap. If he doesn't pit again, he will catch up at the end of this lap. But the safety car is going to be another lap here anyway.
A driver which I haven't really spoke about, Matt, is PUR Ultra. He's been pretty much nowhere in this Grand Prix. So it's been very, it's not been good for him. Semike, I don't know. For some reason he's carrying on.
I think he's just going to catch up a bit more and then strap on a set of softs. Because if he strapped on a set of softs when he pitted, he would just wear out the tyres. But then again, why would he? I don't even get that. Why would he pit for another set of mediums? Why wouldn't you just continue to set of mediums you already had on, which are already fresh? That's what gets me. He pitted for a fresh set of softs to another set of fresh set of softs. That's the thing that's getting me right now. Under the safety car, Sammy K takes a fast lap. His personal best for the sector.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Sorry.
He said a fast lap as well.
Sorry, I didn't realise I was on my phone. Had to sort something out. Unfortunately, Matt boxed for Sauce. I don't know if you. Yeah,
and he's putting the lead down there because obviously everyone else.
He's in the lead. SK's also on Sauce. Rev Cap has got himself in a P3. The players on Sauce. Joanne's on Sauce. Everyone's on soft compound tyres. Danny's in the box as well. And
he's just to refresh his tyres because he's been on the tyres trying to catch up. Just means he's in a losing position now. I won't be too surprised if Sammy K pits, to be honest.
Oh, we're going to have a look.
Yep, in he goes.
Yeah, he's in. There you go, in the pits. And a strap on a set of those softs. Remember, he got a podium from everyone around him having penalties last time out in Spain.
Yeah, but you got 4 people on penalties though, so.
Yeah, well, anything can happen in 9 laps or 8 laps or how many laps we've got.
Well, it'll be 10 laps, including this one.
I don't know, to be honest. I ain't got a clue.
Got lap 18, lap 19, lap 20, lap 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 10 laps. Beautiful.
Great maths there, Matt. Well done. Great maths. Well done. Very proud of you.
It's a bit confusing. You see lap 18, you think it'd be like 8 laps or 9 laps, but actually it's 10 laps. Because you're going to include the lap that you're doing right now.
Yeah.
And the lap, and the 27th lap. Because you add it to 27, I'll say 9. Raw.
Yeah. Raw.
Anyway, Danny's overtook Ultra.
Yeah,
apparently.
said it at the same time. See? Yeah. Anyway,
Danny's just overtook Ultra apparently. Yeah, he's got gravel on his. He's got gravel on his tyres. He's trying to make a big trial.
Right, is Semi K ever going to catch up?
If he doesn't, there will be another lap of safety car. Yeah, he won't. It's not on this lap anyway.
Right then, so we're going to go for another lap then.
Going for
9 laps of racing at the Suzuka circuit in Japan. I'm looking forward to this final sprint to the end, Matt. Obviously, we do, talking of sprint, I believe after Canada, it's either Britain or Austria, where we will be having our first ever our first ever, as Danny's back in the box. But yeah, our first ever sprint qualifying round, Matt. What do you think? What can we expect from that? It's going to be a pretty unknown situation. We've never done it before.
It's just it's just obviously different. It's just more pushing and less managing. That's all I can say about it. It's just because obviously you still need to do a pit stop because how 25% race works in the F1 game. Obviously, it's just basically going to be. When you think 50% race is basically a half of a 100% race, but we used to 50% races in the league racing. Basically, you just have to act like a mini 50% race. The only difference is tyre wear isn't really an issue. So. Obviously, you could do pretty much the whole 25% race on the same mediums. So, yeah, it all depends, but we'll see.
I am looking forward to it. I think after Canada it's Britain.
Oh! But Dane's going slow. Otherwise, I think Dane's going so slow for.
Don't quote me on that, Matt, but I think it's Britain after Canada next week. So, yeah, I'm here for it, front row. I mean, very different. It's going to be an opportunity for some of these drivers to pick up some points. Obviously, the top 8, just like real life, the top 8 will get points in the qualifying round, the qualifying race. So, yeah, I'm here for it. It's going to be a good little addition to the league. Only 2 on a trial basis. And then we'll look at doing more for 2022, which might actually have, well, I imagine might have the sprint qualifying like already loaded into the game default, if that makes sense, Matt. Because it's like now a established thing, but we'll find out. Anyway, Matt's going to lead the drivers on the safety car. Restart, Matt. We got 9 laps then, 8 now actually, of racing here in Suzuka. Very slowly to get things going. This is actually very slow. I'm not gonna lie. This is very slow.
Yeah,
backing that pack up.
Obviously, they caught it out quite late. I mean, he's gone. He's gone already. He's got to build a 3-second gap, but he's got the pace to do that. And Ferran's got 5-second time power to join your flags.
He's had a few hours. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he'll be winning. I don't think Varane will be winning again this week, unfortunately. And Ultra has lost the position to Danny. So Ultra's down to P13. Danny's P12 now. Semi K, what do you reckon, Matt? Do you think he can try and get himself back up? Or?
I only see him getting P9. I don't see him getting any higher than that. And then maybe P8 with penalties. I don't see him getting higher than that.
Johan, watch out for Johan, but then obviously Sam does need to get.
Yeah, he's got
three
2 pounds.
drivers.
Johan's he's gonna be probably be last man in this race.
Yeah, not looking very quick either ahead of Ermine. Let's hope Ermine can try and get some pace on. Crucially though, Mac at the moment is 2,000s at the time when I said that away from SK. He's got out that DRS. I think DRS is going to be a big factor in this race now, Matt.
Whew.
Yeah, I'm quite tired as well, to be fair, Matt. Which is not what I've got at. What I've got at 8:30.
I've been awake since 5 o'clock and I had a booster jab on Friday.
Oh well, you've had a booster. Oh, have you? Oh.
Piss and Max has to stop the race.
That's not good. That's not good. Anyway, what is good? Sam EK, sorry, in the slipstream of Kayadi down into turn number 1. This is going to be a straightforward move, it seems.
No, it's not.
Inside.
It's nice drift. Oh no! Just as he thought. Just when he thought you'd catch it.
Oh.
No, he's positioned right where Max Verstappen was positioned back in the end of 2019.
And he's retired from the Grand Prix.
Yeah, he's given up.
That's just a disaster. That's an absolute disaster for him. I don't think it's going to be a safety car. There's not much damage on the
Well,
circuit.
the car hasn't stopped yet. Cade's also retired.
Well, I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. But yeah, unlucky there for Semi K. Yeah, that first corner curb really not good. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it a racing incident? Did KRD turn in?
I don't know. It just seemed really iffy. I don't know. I don't know. Danny's got a answer.
Testament, Max got some great pace.
Yeah, but it's not going to be enough for this break.
DRS is enabled.
He's used
Is
a
Rev
lot.
Caterpillar going to get? Is Rev Caterpillar going to get the win?
But if he can get past SK and then can try and hold the time against Mac, possibly.
Yeah, 7/10 is the gap now, so it's quite the gap is obviously within that DRS range.
Mac is very quick right now. He's getting another 3/10 through the center sector. Oh, drift kit has gone wide. And jet flags. Danny's round. He's got no front wing.
Japan really is one of those circuits, isn't it, Matt, where you really just got to be on the ball 24/7. Otherwise, that is it. That's it. Your race is done. It's really that.
Yeah, its positioning is key around here. Where you place your car on the track. Curves can kill you, and like I say, setup can also play a part. Sometimes it can be worth just having a bit more of a stable car, just to help you.
Yeah.
But then again, it will hurt you over the course of the time. Danny's retired on the circuit. Doesn't look like he's in the safety car, so I think he's just crashed into the barriers.
Thank God.
He's crashed into the barriers.
I don't know, but Rev Caterpillar's really honing in on SK now. That DRS is really helping him drag him along.
Yeah, but he's gulping all that hot air behind that heart. There's more flags. It's Johan. Yeah, he was going to be last. He was going to be in that position anyway at the end of the race. So, well, it doesn't really affect me much.
I'm intrigued to see this little battle here between Rev Caterpillar and SK. Obviously, SK does not have the DRS on.
Yeah, Rev Caterpillar still it's got now 8/10 of that dirty air taken into effect. It's 9/10 now. So Rev Caterpillar needs to have a good spoon here to get any chance of staying with him.
Yeah, he's losing time. Oh, he's got placed his car well. Get himself in the slipstream.
Yeah, she's been able to catch up an extra 10th. But good straight line speed, Red Caterpillar has.
It's very weird, Matt, because
Oh, I think Max making a
cars could
mistake.
follow.
Because he's
The
just lost.
cars could
He's just
follow.
lost 2 tenths.
Yeah, the cars could follow quite well yesterday, I thought. Not as good as I thought they would be, but compared to this, you know, very weird coming back onto the 2021 game.
Red Caterpillar just carries so much more speed to turn 1 than Red SK. SK kind of just rolls it in, while Red Caterpillar just launches it in, then brakes straight, and then just gets the car rotated. You effectively gain about 3 tenths.
Yeah, and then you got the dirty air in 6-1, so you really got to place your car well.
It's definitely close this time though. Just make sure he doesn't keep it clean, which he has. But SK struggling. He's lost a bit more time to mack it. And at this point, there's more yellow flags. There's an Alpine. Airmine's out. I did say Airmine would crash the same point, and it's a safety car.
Wait, Irvine just turned into the wall.
It is. I don't know. He might have lost it on the rear, but we're gonna have.
I swear,
we're gonna have, Marty, another last season tier 2 where it's gonna be a 1-lap safety car.
Oh great!
It's gonna be a 1-lap safety car, Maldi, because they can only go up to lap 25. It can only be 1 lap, Maldi. It can only be 1 lap because the safety car has to come in with 2 laps to go. So it'll just be 1 lap. So it'll be a very short safety car. Which means Ultra needs to get some ultra pace into him if he has any. But yeah, but obviously no pit stops. Dumb if you do. Yeah, Mac was dummying there. You in the back, if it's something like John or Raptor, maybe you want to do Raptors in the pits. I think not really worth it because he's going to lose a position. To be honest, I don't think it's worth it. He's lost a position by doing so. He's going to lose another one to Johan. But Johan's in the pits himself, so not too bad. When you have a fresh set of softs, but raw. I just place it
like
there.
Raw. Like raw.
Yeah, the safety car being a slap. It's just like what happened in tier 2 last season. Remember tier 2 last season, Madden? See, it was a 1-lap safety car, and then me and AR Jax had a bit of a moment to turn 1.
Oh, don't.
Yep, there's a 1-lap safety car then, and there's a 1-lap safety car now. The safety car will be in. Yep. Well, we should have about 5 minutes to go now. There'll be 2 laps left of this, so it'll be about 5-6 minutes versus this race. About a 2-minute lap time.
Anyway.
Safety car will be in this lap.
The safety car is going to be in this lap.
It will be in this lap. Yeah, it has to.
But regardless if they don't catch up.
Yeah, it has to be. The game always puts it 2 laps before. I had it last season, Martin, in tier 2 when I was racing. There was one that literally, safety car came out, I went into the pits, and then the safety car back at the beginning.
There's only 9 drivers left in this race. This track's really not. Yeah, it's really not been a good one for the drivers finishing the race. Yeah, it looks like it looks like Johan and Ultra are not going to catch up to this pack.
Yeah, they will. They'll catch up.
Do you think?
Oh yeah, easy peasy.
Wow.
Because these guys are going very slow. There you go, they'll caught up.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Right then, here we go, Matt. Personally, I think SK's got this win, but we're going to find out in 2 laps' time. Here we go. It's go in Japan.
Yeah, it has really max chance of winning now, that has.
Yeah, definitely.
But don't forget Raptors on the fresh air softs here.
Oh, we've just set off my Alexa. Well done, Matt. Well, my Siri or whatever. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Siri wants to commentate with me.
Raptors, those softs not quite going to work out as much as you want on to be honest.
Yeah, the dirty air and stuff, obviously it's a lot fresher, but I think all SK needs to do, of course, is stay behind, keep it on track, and he's won this race.
Need to say ahead of Raf Caterpillar, though, is also the most crucial thing.
There's going to be no DRS as well. There's going to be no DRS. It's going to be more difficult.
2 laps. He needs to find a good exit out of the last corner.
Yeah.
Or maybe SK Mac have a bit of an instant. But SK will have no interest in overtaking Mac. But I think Mac's got a bit of pace advantage over SK anyway, so I think that won't be the case.
Yeah, Mac's been
very quick.
Quite quick.
It's after half.
He hasn't got the time to gain 3 seconds, but he needs to gain as much time as possible to try and relieve the time he's going to lose.
Yeah, because right now he's going to be down to about P5. The Rap's just getting a bit close to Varane here. He's got to use advantage. Still got 1 lap left after this.
Here we go.
We're going to
go for the move.
Oh no, he's no. This is the AR Jackson moment. Just a different place on the circuit, and there you go. Just a shove off the circuit. I think that might be a penalty towards Varane there. You can't just push somebody off the circuit like that. And he's lost. He's lost another position by doing so. So, yeah. Either way, he was screwed. He's just ruined himself. He's done that just so Ultra can have P8.
Matt, MK was actually on for the victory in this race. He's now down a P5.
Oh, Red Caterpillar has a moment! And he manages to catch it. Sorry about that, Maldy. I'm cutting you off there.
Oh no, it's alright. It's more interesting than talking about MK. But yeah, MK, this is not good for him in his championship challenge. It's good for SK and Rev Caterpillar though, but MK down at P5, a win could have really got himself back into it. The player as well has had a good race, so that's good for him. Yeah,
the players on the back of Rev Caterpillar here. Got exactly the same amount of ERS here as Rev Caterpillar, just use a bit more into Spoon. The best
made a mistake. Bit of a squirmish moment on the exit there, but it looks like Mac is going to be your provisional Japanese Grand Prix winner unless SK can do something, but he doesn't
SK is gaining. He's gaining. He's gaining.
SK doesn't need to do anything. He can't. He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't have to put anything in danger of his race. But Mac's going to come around the final corner. He's going to be your provisional race winner.
He's down to P5. That's a told. Told to be down to P5. Rev Caterpillar will be second.
Wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Second is Rev Caterpillar. Third is the player. That is your classification of the podium. We will get very, very briefly, because of personal circumstances, I need to wrap this up as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm here for it. That was a weird one. A lot of retirements in this race. A lot of people that struggled with this Japanese track. But yeah, Matt, what are your thoughts about that race? I thought it was pretty decent.
It was a good race. We had some good moments there. Definitely had some good side-by-side action for some parts. Obviously, Japan doesn't always do the most amazing races. Taking has always been a challenge, but for what Japan is, I think it was a decent race.
Yeah, it was decent. Your race winner then is SK45. Second is Rev Caterpillar. Third, the player. Fourth, MK. Fifth, PSR Mac in the end. He does get the fastest lap though. That is 11 variable points for the Alpine driver. Sixth, PUR Varane. Seventh, Johan. Eighth, Raptor. Ninth, Ultra. 10th, Ermine, as he finished the race with whatever, so gets a point. I know what I'm on about. 11th is DJ Danny. 12th is Kaedi. 13th, Sem, non-finishers. Bram, Bosset, and Surat. So that is your Japanese Grand Prix. Rev, Caterpillar, the player, and SK. We do have to wrap things up very quickly due to some personal things I've got to get to. So we're going to quickly start with the player. Very consistent race here in Japan. Briefly, take us through your race, how you feel about the podium. It was just a nice chill race, I thought personally, from your point of view.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun race, and I had a 2-week break from driving, so it's definitely fun to be on the podium here, and wasn't really expecting it coming to this race, because Suzuka is such a hard track as well for the controller players, so all in all I'm pretty happy.
Okay, thank you. Rev Caterpillar? includes your audio. Yeah, again, how you feel about P2? Pretty important result in terms of your championship challenge, as Tris was not racing. How you feeling, and how did Japan go tonight?
Yeah, I think I'll take P2 considering I've literally been in quality. So yeah, just the race was just about not getting a pen, just managing my ERS better than everyone else. I think I could have challenged for the win if it wasn't for the last safety car because SK didn't have DRS off Mac and Mac had a pen, so I would have at least tried it. But at the end, it just wasn't to be. So yeah, GG to him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, great race, great podium, definitely crucial in your challenge. So well done. SK.
Yeah.
Include your audio if you haven't already. Just quickly, obviously, you've had a shocking start to the season. I said it in qualifying. You haven't had much luck so far, but Japan race win, championship might be back on, maybe depends. But yeah, how do you feel about the win at Japan? You must be very happy with that.
Yeah, as you said, my season just didn't start off well at all. And yeah, I'm obviously very happy to finally get a result in. And yeah, it was a pretty intense race. I'm pretty exhausted now since like Japan is like really tricky. And yeah, just very happy.
Next